Hey everybody, welcome back to Grand Arena Championships. I'm Heathen13 and this is Season 9, Week 3, Round 2. This week I am going up against an opponent named Shay, and let's see how we match up. Alright, looking at the hotbot here, you can see I have the majority of the green on my side, but when we go in a little deeper, you can see he actually has done better than I have this season so far. He's got about 200 more banners than I do this season. He hasn't lost yet. He is 7-0, and so that actually, the fact he is undefeated actually, I think, is going to help me in this particular battle, and I'll explain that in a second. You can see he has 278,000 lifetime banners, so he's a good player. I do have more lifetime stats than he does, but you can clearly see based on that he is an experienced Grand Arena player and takes it seriously. All right, looking at our rosters, you can see that I do have the GP advantage. I also have 10 more Zetas and a little bit more speed. He does have more G12s than I do, but looking at our mods, I have a slight advantage in terms of how many I have, other than he's got a few more top end speed than I do. On the relics, I also hold a slight advantage, except for he has 3 tier 7 relics and I don't have anything over a tier 5. So let's take a look at his roster and see if there's anything in there that stands out to me. Looking at his ship, he does have a 7-star negotiator, but he does not have a malevolence. He runs a Darth Revan squad in arena. Looking at his Gear 13s, you can see that he has a full nice clone squad ready to go, all relic 2, 3, 4, and he did just unlock Gas, but he's only 6 stars and Gear 11. He has a Relic 7 Malak, a Relic 7 Grievous, and his other Relic 7 is Kenobi. So he's got a really strong Padme squad and a strong Darth Revan squad. Now, I did scout his roster and look at what he had, and he had several very strong teams. But what I relied on way more was looking at his Grand Arena Championship history on SWGOH.gg. And what I noticed is the first 6 battles of this season, for weeks 1 and 2, he set the identical defense every single time. And then he won in round 1 of this week. So to me, I gambled a little, and I do say a little because I don't think it's that big of a gamble, but I gambled that if he'd said the same thing all 6 of his first matches and won them all, why would he change? So I went into this knowing or believing I knew exactly what was going to be on defense, and I tailored my offense for that, which allowed me to put quite a few of my top teams on defense, and I hope that doesn't backfire. Let's go back and look at what he did set and see if I was right or not. Okay, you can see he's already attacked me. So what I ended up setting was one of my stronger defenses, I think, that I have in quite a while. I put my Grievous squad up front, and I put Watt with him. He one-shot that. I put my JKR team up there, and he two-shot that. Also up front, up top, I set my Padme team and my new Dooku team. One-shot those, but he failed on my CLS squad. He's only taken 1 attempt on there, and I think he may be done. We'll see. I said that last week, and I was wrong. In the back here, I wasn't sure he'd even get to the back, honestly. Man, I was a little too cocky on that part. But I put my same leftover Karth junk in the back, and I actually decided last second to save a little bit more for offense and put my Ewoks in the back, and they got a hold, which is crazy to me, but way to go, Ewoks. Now, here's where I might have screwed myself. I noticed that my opponent almost always puts his negotiator on defense and sometimes doesn't clear the opponent's fleet. So I thought, well, if He's going to put his negotiator on defense. I'm going to put mine on defense as well. And I have my malevolence to get through his, hopefully, and I've been practicing in arena, but there's a chance that I won't be able to clear his ships. Now, it may not matter because he didn't even clear my 3 squad zones. So if I can clear all 3 of the squad zones, I think I'm going to win regardless of ships. But I did, like I said, go pretty heavy on defense. His defense, let me show you what he left. He left me his Grievous team, which is very good. Standard Grievous team, but a Relic 7 Grievous. He left a pretty standard Talzin Night Sister team, and then a First Order squad. Then, down low, he left his really good Padme team, and then a Jango-led Bounty Hunters. So, for me, I only see 2 of these squads as real threats. I'm sure I just foreshadowed some terrible losses. But the Padme squad down low, and then the Grievous squad up high, if I can get through those, I'm expecting his Ewoks in back and maybe some bugs in back is what he's been setting. So I believe I have the squads to clear these, but it really comes down to can my Darth Revan squad beat this Padme, and can my gas team beat his Grievous? And if those 2 things work, then I should get the full clear, or at least clear all the squad zones. If they don't, then I am probably going to lose. So let's go ahead and just jump right in with this Padme team and see if my Darth Revan squad can take it out. I checked all of their tenacities, and they're not particularly high, so I'm hoping that my initial lightning strike with Darth Revan will be enough to get shocks on Kenobi and Padme. That's really the key for this for me. So rather than the fear, I'm going with the lightning strike. Got shocks on Kenobi, but not Padme. So I'm going to go ahead. I normally go for Padme right away, but I'm going to actually go for Anakin first. There we go. And stuck behind Kenobi now. And Ahsoka's gone, so we just have Kenobi, 3PO over there, not doing much of anything this match, thankfully. Alright, so I was very nervous about that. 56 is not great banners, but I will take it every day. Alright, next we have this Bounty Hunter squad. I'm going to go ahead and take my Geos against it. I am not particularly worried about anything about this. I am going to get stuck behind Bosk, but that's okay. Now, if this doesn't work for whatever reason, I will have to change things up a bit, but so far so good. Mostly just worried about Jango and... Ooh, okay. Now we are in dire straits because I just lost both the Brute and the Brood. So the question is, do I try and get Jango and Boba down quick, or do I... Let's try and get rid of IG in case I don't come back on this, because it's not looking like I'm going to come back on this. We'll see. We'll see. It is still 4-on-3. It's now 3-on-3. And I just went for a big hit without having stealth, so that was bad. Let's go ahead and... Oh, okay, good. I thought he had gotten rid of the Brood, and he hadn't. That was Poggle, and that went down. So maybe I'm overreacting. You know, those bugs, they all look the same. Hard to see which one's which sometimes. Alright, so this is going to work. I'm going to get really crappy banners. His Django and his Boba both put in some work against me, but at this point, you know what? Let me hold off on a big hit. Let me see if I can get one more heal. At least get full health. Yeah, let's just go ahead and end it. So 51, pretty terrible banners, but if I just get one-shots everywhere and I'm able to clear the board, I'm good. And in fact, even if I can't clear the board and I can't clear his Grievous, as long as I get one-shots on all the other teams, I should win, because he took 2 battles on 2 of my squads. So, all right, let's see what is in the back. It should be bugs and Ewoks. If I'm right, then I should be golden. There are the bugs. There are the Ewoks. So the key to this battle for me is going to be whether or not I can clear that Grievous or not. So I'm going to go up there and do that first. I already know I have my Treya for the bugs, and I have my nest for the Ewoks. So let's go back up there. And oh, he has cleared my CLS. So let's take a look at that. It did take him 4 tries to get through, but he did get through. And I'm assuming he's going up against my negotiator now. Hasn't started yet. So let's go ahead and take my gas against this Grievous. I am nervous. Should work, but my gas is only relic 4. His Grievous is relic 7. My Arc Trooper is low, so hopefully if somebody dies, it's Arc and then turns everybody else into super clones. We will see. I am pretty nervous about this. If it doesn't work, then my fallback is Vader team. All right. Let's go ahead and target B2. Maybe get some stuns? Yes, very nice. Nicely done, Echo. Alright, so B2 is gone. And Magnus gone as well. And let's see if we can get B1 down before my Skywalker kneels. Make sure I'm not taunting with 5s. I have 1 more round until my Rexecute comes up if I need it. Got the stun. And done. Fantastic. Alright, 55 banners is not great, but a one-shot is amazing. I'm super pleased with that. Yeah, best, as good a result as I could have hoped for. Now let's see if he has gone after my ships yet. And if not, we'll go get the back done. Not yet. He's still waiting for me, apparently. Alright, so let's go ahead and take Nest here against the Ewoks. I checked the potency on Papalu, and it's pretty low compared to my tenacity, so I'm not worried about days or stuns or anything. So we'll just put it on fast forward and enjoy the counterattacks. Fantastic. 63, which is what I always expect from my nests against Ewoks. I always think to myself, why would anybody ever put Ewoks on defense? Because somebody's just gonna solo nest them like I do, and yet I put my Ewoks on defense and they got a hold this time. So who knows? Worked out well for me this time. Next we have his Geos. They're all gear 12, but no relics. And so I'm gonna go ahead and use my Treya. I'm gonna leave out Thrawn and just go 4-man with Sith Empire Trooper in there. I'm gonna save my Thrawn for my Vader team, assuming I need to use them. I do like Sith Empire Trooper and his pre-taunt to take off all of these initial hits. Even if he dies, just saves everybody else, all my quote-unquote important people. And there was the big hit by Spy to take him out. And go ahead and isolate the Brute. And so far so good. We'll go ahead and get rid of the Brood. And got Hell by Hatred up there just in time. Take out Poggle. And we'll go ahead and annihilate Sunfac. And that should be it. 56. Not perfect, but I will take it. Alright, so far so good. So far this battle has been all about preparation. I just picked the right teams. I made the guess that he was going to set the exact same defense he's been setting, and picked the teams that I knew could exactly counter those. Honestly, I think most of my success in Grand Arena is just preparation, and it doesn't have a whole lot to do with being particularly good at playing, because I know I make tons of mistakes all the time, but the times I lose, it's usually I will either under or overestimate one of the teams. I'll assume I can clear something that I then couldn't clear, or they will change up their defense. But it's shocking to me how often people go through a season and never ever change their defense. So we're gonna go ahead and get Executioner out first, and then we'll work on Officer. I'm gonna hide everybody but BB-8, and then we'll get Ty out. Almost a one-shot. Get some more burning down, and then we'll start working on crew. Let's actually wave down OG Kylo, get rid of his counters. Actually, let's go on Kylo. And we get our Illuminated Destiny. That is fantastic. And there we go. So just crew to deal with, and we get the wave off, and so far we are full on health and protection, so 60. Even though my JTR is not particularly well geared, it's just the perfect counter to crew. Alright, so I've one-shot everything up till here, and he still hasn't attempted the ships. He's just waiting for me, I guess. So I'm in the lead currently because he dropped 2 battles against me. Is that right? 2? He's dropped 3 battles. 1 on my JTR, 1 on my Ewoks, and 1 against my, well, 4 against my CLS. So I have a little cushion, maybe. There's a good chance that I won't be able to clear his negotiator either. In which case, if he clears mine and I don't clear his, I still lose. Knowing that, I'm going to go ahead and try to trooper these Night Sisters, because even though that scares me a little, his zombie, Talia, and Daka are all very low. I do have quite a few teams left. I have Bosk left. I have my sisters left. I have my Vader left. I have my crew team left. So even if I don't get this, I'm not worried about it from a being able to clear standpoint. It's just a matter of the benefit of getting the feat done with my troopers versus the cost of potentially losing 20 banners. So I'm going to go ahead and take that risk and try and get this feat done. We'll see. Alright, so that's one kill done. Let's go on Tally again, also the weakest. Alright, so I'm thinking this isn't going to work, honestly, because I've already got some guys stunned. We'll see. We'll see. Again, if I lose, I lose. It's not the end of the world. And I did. So, we're going to back out. Let's see, I did get 2 kills. No, don't back out. I'm not going to back out because I already got 2 kills with my troopers. If I don't back out, then I've got 7 out of the 12 done, and I only need to kill 5 later on, and it could be anybody. So I'm going to go ahead and let these guys be turn meter loaded, and that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and give my Bosk team a shot. And I'm actually going to get crazy with my bounty hunters here, and we'll bring in my low-level Karth and Mando. That could be a totally terrible choice because the plague could just kill them off. They're both really low. But now it gives me a ton of people who are going to just one-shot and not let them revive. So we'll see. We'll see if we can do this. So let's get some burning down. And call in some assists. Work on the contract. That was a bad idea. I should have pulled up the retribution. But let's see if I can one-shot Daka here. There we go. So she's gone. Get my taunt back up. Now, as soon as Talzin is able to put out plague here, I'm maybe done for. Let's see if I can. Oh, well, that did a lot more than I thought it would. At this point, I'm just going to have so many kills, it's not going to matter who gets the kill. Let's see if I can get rid of Massage. Good. Pylon Talzin. Nice. Not going to get a Annihilate from Mando, though. Or Disintegrate. So 40. Probably should have just done that to get-go, but you know what happens with feats and getting tempted and all that kind of stuff. All right. Oh, wow. He held his negotiator. So he did make a change. And that change was to keep his negotiator to go against mine. And he put home 1. Okay. All right. So I don't, honestly, I haven't practiced against a home 1 at all. I don't see very many of them in arena to practice against. You can see I have a 60-point lead at this point. So as long as I win, then I win. So let's go in and give it a go. I've got my Malevolence and I've got my own home 1 team. And I have been putting as my last one, I've been putting Vader's new ship as a replacement, as a reinforcement. So let's hope this works. Again, I haven't really gone against a home one with this. I might be in for it. So we're gonna work against this Y-wing right from the get-go, and although we're gonna spread around all of our droids everywhere. So we'll get that threat out. And now we're just going to be stuck against Houndstooth for a little bit. Is that Biggsy? That is Biggs. We'll bring in Spy. And we get lucky. Spy put the extra taunt onto Millennium Falcon. So let's just see if we can't delete him. Oh, so many dodges. That was ridiculous. Usually Spy can come in and just one-shot a team. So that is frustrating. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, let's go ahead and work on Biggs. That was a bummer. All those attacks. The Falcon must have dodged like half of them. There we go. Alright, so Biggs is gone. We'll get some more of the Vulture droids, what do you call them? Buzz droids, there we go. Get more Buzz droids up. One more round until I strip all their defense. The question is, can I live one more round? They're all just hiding behind Houndstooth at this point. This is going to be dicey. May not be able to do it here. Yes, keep going after my droids. Alright. Even if I have to clean up now, he won't have Houndstooth or Biggs or the Y-wing, so a loss, but I should be fine on cleanup. Should be is a key word. So let's jump right back in with my Falcon fleet. Make sure I'm actually getting Biggs and not somebody else. I'm taking all the reinforcements I can take. Don't want to screw this up just because I'm... Oh, and he was only left with 2. So even if they do amazing work here, I should be alright. I mean, going against 2 teams. Or 2 tunes total. 2 characters, 2 ships. And the Falcon's gone now. I really feel like I could have potentially got that in 1. But the fact that his Falcon dodged so many of my attacks just did me in. So it happens. So a 2-shot cleanup, 42 banners, that should be enough to secure victory for me regardless what he does on ships here. So I'm at 1876. So quick math, his 1612 plus the 153 from the zone gets him to 1765. He would need 111 banners to catch me. So this one's over. Shay may come back and clear my negotiator, but another win in the bag. Thank you, Shay, for the battle. You set a couple really tough teams. During the Darth Revan versus Padme fight, my heart was really racing. I was really nervous about that. So thank you very much for the battle. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I really do appreciate it. and I will see you next round.